People ask me all the time what I mix Total ISO at. Honestly, I mix it with everything. Water, egg whites,
What the f, Jay?
Capone, Daisy.
Jay, seriously? Don't.
Hey,
What's up, Dave?
Big Jared.
How you doing, man?
How are you, man?
Good, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm here.
I know.
Last hard session of the prep. So.
I know, man. We have a lot to talk about. First pro show is in the book.
Yeah, man, it was a good time. I had a
Yeah,
good
that's
time.
awesome.
Very, very fun. Top 5 in first pro show.
Unbelievable.
Not too bad.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you,
Not easy.
No, definitely not. It was a very tough lineup. A few guys that were in the Olympia already, and then now, Tony, the winner, he's Olympia qualified.
That's what you wanted, right?
100%, yeah. And now I'm going out to Tijuana, which isn't even, the lineup's even more tough. It's,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just got the lineup last night, actually. So I'm excited about it. There's like 17, 18 guys.
Wow.
4 or 5 of them also have already been to the Olympia. And then the guy who got second in Dallas, he's coming out again. I'm getting you this time, Leyland.
Are we 1 week out?
Yeah, 6 days. Yep.
6 days.
Yep, 6
Wow.
days.
Thanks for coming in today, man. I know it's not
man.
easy.
Yeah, no, this has been the hardest I've pushed, I would say, in a very long time.
Is the mind going a little bit at this point?
It's definitely going a little bit, yeah, man.
Because he texted me, are we doing Saturday or Sunday? I don't remember.
And we stood here and we even mapped it out and put it in our phones.
It's okay,
and
man.
I'm pretty sure we even said Sunday, and I went to
I think
Saturday.
we switched it a couple of times
Okay.
because we were going over your schedule and what
Okay.
body part you're doing. It's okay,
I
man.
went to Saturday, and I was like, yeah, definitely. We said
Weekends are
Saturday.
always good, but we appreciate you coming back on the show.
No,
You always
definitely. I
have
appreciate
interesting
this.
things to say.
Thank
What
you.
are you training today for your?
Last hard session today is push, and then I'll have lighter deload full body sessions for the rest of the week, just as I reduce my fatigue, reduce my cardio, increase my nutrients
Awesome.
into the show. So
Well, we're gonna do some filming for the training, and then we'll talk in the end.
awesome.
All right, man. Good to have you. You're on camera, Marty. Say hi to GTV. All right, guys, Dayman Max 6. We are back at the Dragons there, and I have the great pleasure to have once again Jared Feathers, just 6 days out from his next competition, and we have the first pro show in the books. I wanted to have him back on the channel. Jared, welcome back to JTV.
Thank you, Dave. It's a pleasure. Seriously, I love doing these things. I love getting as much science as I know out there, and being on JTV is just really cool for me. It's just really neat.
Well, we appreciate having you. I want to talk about the comments. The past few videos have been some very, very good feedback. Have you been reading the comments on YouTube about what people have been saying about your training techniques and stuff?
Yeah. They hate my hair. They hate my Crocs.
That's the only That's the only negative thing they say about their hair. But as far as the knowledge that you're dropping on people, I think they really appreciate what you have to bring. And I told you, I love that kind of training. I feel like when I'm watching you train, it's kind of like art or poetry. It looks so good the way you do it. So, what do you feel about what people had to say?
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't read a lot of the comments, and it makes sense that a lot of these people who are following Jay Cutler, actually they've already known who Renaissance Periodization is. They know who I am. They know who Dr. Mike Israetel is. And it makes sense. Like I said, Jay was one of those guys I looked up to as a bodybuilder because he was so smart with his training, log books, diet had log books, training had log books. He was very controlled with his techniques. He wasn't always trying to push it past failure and put all these crazy techniques in. And I admired the hell out of that in a bodybuilder. And, early on when I didn't know a lot, I was still trying to train like that at least. And then, the more I learned, the more I kept that style of training, just full range of motion and controlled eccentrics and forceful concentrics, and then just applying sports periodization to everything. So the fact that people have been getting on there and oh wow, Renaissance Periodization is getting on, JTV.
They want more of you. They've said, oh, more Jared, more Jared.
It's awesome, man. I love it. So hopefully they continue liking the videos, and I can continue to drop some nuggets of wisdom, and I love it, man.
We love it. It's all great. So let's talk about your first competition. You competed in Texas, right, for your first pro show at the Europa Games. Top 5, first pro show ever. How do you feel about that?
It's cool, man. I didn't know if I could pull it off, but I did. With only 3 months of improvement, and then basically 3 months of dieting after that. I didn't know how much size I'd be able to put on from nationals, but honestly, I had to lose a little bit of size to make weight in the amateur weight class. So I figured I had a couple pounds of muscle that I put back on immediately, and then make improvements there. So I'd say I gained a good 8 pounds of muscle in that time, and I'm almost at the top of the 215 class now, which is awesome. So
you're almost tapped out, like as far as
pretty
weight?
close. Yeah, I think I have 2 or 3 pounds of muscle I can put on. I woke up this morning at 216. I could, water drop wise, I could probably get down to like 212 with a harsh water drop, and that gives me 3 pounds of muscle that I could still put on. But it was, it was tough. It was tough to make weight for the pro debut. But yeah, again, I'm happy about it, man. I'm so happy. Like I said in the beginning of the video, like a lot of those guys were Olympia caliber competitors, and even the ones that weren't, that were in the top 5, they'll be on the Olympia stage one day. Like, they're freaks. So many freaks.
Did you get any feedback from the judges as far as what they wanted to improve on?
Yeah, definitely. I've had the same critiques even since I was a natural pro. Like, my legs overpower my upper body. I got to back off on the leg volume. And then I just need, a thicker back. That's what I'm always going to boil down to. So, for the off season, I already got my stuff mapped out. I'm very meticulous like that, and I have my training at home. It's a bunch of mesocycles and training blocks focused on taking my leg volume down to maintenance volume. So that's going to be, like, for me, probably 2 hard quad sets per week. Like last time I took it down to 4, and they still freaking grew. So it's going to be 2 hard quad sets per week, and then like 3 back sessions with a lot of back volume. That's what I had to do when I was natural to bring it up, and I brought it up as a natural, but then my legs grew a shitload when I came to the NPC. So now I get just, it's a puzzle, it's a fun one, and I enjoy it a lot, and that's the funnest part for me. So competing's awesome, doing well as a pro is awesome, but really that's just like get my name and face out there, and then help to teach people so I can keep teaching people. And if they see a really good pro who's, like I said with Jay, I saw a really good pro who was super intelligent with everything, and I admired the hell out of that, and I tried to do a lot of that in my training, and hopefully people can look at me that way one day, and maybe I'll work my way to the top. And
that's a good goal. I like it. Let me ask you something though. Since you only have about 3 pounds to play with before you're at the top of your category, unless they raise, the weight cap again, how does one go about keeping improving? Does that mean you would have to kind of, like, when you talk about having a puzzle for the body, would have to possibly lose a little bit of pounding in your legs and put it in your back, or how do you plan on getting a better bodybuilder with only 3 pounds to go?
Yeah, that's definitely something that I will potentially have to do in the future. For now, I'm able to just keep building and not really worry about losing muscle anywhere because I have that 3 pounds. Yeah. 3 pounds of muscle is a lot. I don't think people realize that. So
I think you could get that in a year.
Yeah, so 3 pounds of muscle is quite a bit, and if I can put that heavily focused on my arms and back, I'm going to be a pretty good classic guy, I'd say. I think I have some of the biggest quads in classic physique. We'll see when I go to this next show, actually, because a lot of those guys like Mike Sommerfeld and Neil Curry, and then his name is Jeef Muscle on Instagram. I don't know his actual name, but they all 3 have really big quads too. So I'm excited to stand next to those guys.
You might compare better.
Yeah, we'll see. So, again, all 4 of us, though, we have big quads for classic physique. So it's really just put that muscle on my back, and then if I keep getting the same feedback, we'll see. I'm not a fan of a regression.
Yeah.
So the open class might be in my future.
Okay. So I'm glad you said that, because, like I said, it's like you just started as a pro already. You only have 3 pounds to get to the top of the class. Yeah. So, you're still young, so you're growing a lot, and everything you do is based on progression and growing more muscle. So I'm thinking in a year you're going to be right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And even then, it could, 3 pounds of muscle, but that could mean I could gain, let's say, 5 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
And then I water cut the hell out of myself, and I try a bunch of crazy, like, diuretic stuff or things of that nature. Yeah. So maybe I have 5 pounds of muscle to put on, and I just need to get drier, So it's like, that's a lot of tissue. And the cool thing about it is I can take it slow with everything. And I can take it slow with the training. I can take it slow with the pharmacology, which is amazing because I don't want to be putting a bunch of shit in my body. So that's the cool part about it, is I can still progress, and I'm fine with slow progression. I trained natural for 10 years. Wow. At the end of my natural bodybuilding career, I was putting on 2 pounds of muscle, 3 pounds of muscle a year. Yeah. I'm fine with the slow progression. So keeping everything consistent and just kind of slowly growing is fine with me. Yes. Unless I get those aspirations for the open class. I'm 28. By the time I'm 30, I'm going to make that decision. Yeah. So I'm going to give this classic physique a couple of years. We'll see how I keep doing. Top 5 in my pro debut. I think I can be a pretty good classic guy, and you know, it's healthier, obviously. So if I can continue with the classic, I'll do it. But you know, if I get the feedback that I need to shrink my legs, we're probably moving up.
I'm not shrinking, so that will be the telltale. Jared, I'm really glad that you are a regular on the channel. This is the third time we have you. People appreciate it. They appreciate the knowledge that you have to give, and we wish you the best of luck next week at the Tijuana Pro, right?
Yes, Tijuana. It's the NPC Xtreme Tijuana Pro Show or something like that. Yeah.
So hopefully you come back to us, because Mexico is not the safest city.
Definitely. No, yeah, it's really cool though. The promoter Gabriel has been so freaking amazing. He's been one of the best promoters I've worked with, man. Like, he's like, hey, listen, you can park your car on the other side of the border. We can pick you up. We can pick you up from the airport. Let me know if you need anything. I can get you food. I'm just like, dude, you're the man.
He's excited about you coming.
Yeah, he's excited. Yeah, I mean, and there's like, I think 17, 18 pros going, and like, and I've been talking to a lot of them. They're like, yeah, dude, he's been the same way with me. So he's just like all over the athletes. He's all about the athletes.
grateful.
Gabriel, you're the man. Seriously, yeah, it's awesome.
I hope he watches this.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, so Jared, this is hopefully not the last time we have you back on JTV. In the future, I would love to do another video where it's more instructional, because I think people really enjoy that.
When I have a brain again, I can give more
We'll
instruction.
give you a break. It's just 6 days out, man. I'm just glad you're here on time in the right gym.
Me too, man. Me too.
All right, guys, Dave Max 6 for J Color TV with Jared Feathers, and we're out.